U.S. Vice President JD Vance has clarified that his recent comments regarding the military capabilities of European peacekeeping forces were not aimed at France and Britain. During a Fox News interview on March 3, Vance mocked the idea of 20,000 troops from some random country that has not fought a war in 30 or 40 years, which sparked backlash from London and Paris, especially as both nations had expressed willingness to deploy troops in Ukraine for a peace deal. In a subsequent post on X, Vance clarified that he had not mentioned France or Britain by name and acknowledged their significant history of fighting alongside the U.S. However, he did question the idea of an Anglo-French coalition of the willing enforcing a ceasefire in Ukraine, stating, "But let's be direct, there are many countries who are volunteering privately or publicly support who have neither the battlefield experience nor the military equipment to do anything meaningful." In response, Downing Street emphasized that British Prime Minister Keir Starmer holds full admiration for all British troops who have served, for instance in Iraq and Afghanistan. Vance, who has become President Donald Trump's key foreign policy voice, particularly in criticizing European involvement in Ukraine, also confronted Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky during a meeting with Trump at the White House on February 28. Following the White House blow-up, the UK hosted European allies in London on March 1 to discuss their support for Ukraine. On March 2, Prime Minister Starmer stated that the UK was prepared to back this with boots on the ground and planes in the air, emphasizing that Europe must do the heavy lifting to support peace efforts in Ukraine, with strong US backing. Starmer proposed a coalition of the willing as part of a 4-point peace plan to end the war, aiming to create a coalition of European and NATO countries to deploy troops to Ukraine as peacekeepers. However, Russia has already made it clear that European or NATO peacekeepers under any flag would be unacceptable in Ukraine. French Prime Minister François Bayrou also reacted to the situation, condemning President Trump's decision to suspend arms deliveries to Ukraine. He said, "Suspending aid during a war to a country under attack means abandoning the country under attack and accepting or hoping that the aggressor will win." Bayrou described the U.S. stance as absolutely unbearable for France and other nations committed to freedom in the UN Charter. Meanwhile, PM Starmer spoke with Zelensky, who offered an olive branch to Trump following their tense White House meeting. Starmer reaffirmed that no one wanted peace more than Ukraine and praised Zelensky's steadfast commitment to securing peace. He stressed that any peace for Ukraine must be lasting and secure, underscoring the importance of working towards a durable resolution to the conflict as soon as possible.